now we're back in the Mystic Ruins where we're going to make our way to the next level. And yeah, again we can fly over practically everything except for when there's that invisible wall for some reason. That's one thing that always bugged me about kind of early 3D games, and the fact that there seem to be invisible walls in really like random places.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's night time.
Yeah, and it's early gaming.
Yeah. Anyway, this sign are meant to show off guest enough list is only, but the only way in is closed.
It's open,
It's open.
but it's closed.
Yeah. Alright.
Where is your logic?
Yeah. Anyway, now we're going into the casino level, which is actually a sewer level. Which makes sense, I guess.
I think it took me ages to find out how to get into, how do you say it, Casinopolis.
I don't know how you're meant to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Casinopolis.
Casinopolis, yeah.
Anyway, there's the bomb.
It's so easy though, it's just that little button.
Yeah. I wish you had like kill all enemies buttons more often. It'd be so much useful. Anyway,
Wouldn't that make things too easy?
Anyway, I've got to ask, what is the stuff being blown around there?
It's like rocks.
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be some kind of paper or
Yeah, I
something.
thought it's paper, isn't it?
No, maybe it's like them silver tickets, and it's just like a really low budget version of the Crystal Maze. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, more sewer.
Silver, Crystal Maze rather, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that program.
The final bit of it was so weird.
Yeah, like to be fair, have you rewatched any of it recently? Because the whole thing is so weird.
Yes.
Stuff that when we used to watch it years back, it had the whole 90s tinge to it, and people just accepted that whatever you put on the telly at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, 1 minute 10 this level. How short was that? Where are we off to next, I wonder? Oh, yes.
I'm glad they show you putting that comes up.
Yeah. Rather than whenever you need to find something in a lot of games, actually, where you're just wandering around aimlessly until you decide to look up a guide.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's this moment
yes,
again.
that moment when he could have killed them.
Yeah. But like, notice how in this take, it was Tails who ran towards the Chaos Emerald.
What actually happened there?
Well, the whole concept of having the different character stories is that it's these characters' recollection of the events.
Oh.
And so Tails obviously sees himself as much more brave and heroic than he actually is. And we'll get to a part later on which, like, the plot inconsistency makes me think that Tails is bullshitting a lot of the time. But
Makes sense.
we'll get to that when we get to it.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Tails is always the sidekick. It makes sense that he'd want some of the attention for once.
Yeah, but like this part here, we see Tails being like the smart guy who's keeping a tab on what's going on.
I liked him. I like his portrayal in this game probably the most because it
Yeah.
makes him like,
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just, yeah,
it gives him a purpose besides just being there.
yeah, innit? Yeah.
It's like in a lot of classic games, there weren't really much they could do with him other than have him like hit the boss every now and then and take away your invincibility frame, which makes it damn annoying to kill. And this is not a rant, I promise. But yes, now we're going
Yeah,
to...
we believe you, Harry.
No, that's not... Tails completely screws you over in quite a few moments in the classic games. Anyway, how do I
Like
get
now.
up here? No, this is just me failing at jumping on rocks. Now we're going back up.
How'd they get down?
We do not know.
Apparently it just stops for a moment.
It'll come down now, Tails.
Good enough. Now, how comes Tails can see this thing just float and activate a ancient door and not question it?
Don't know. That's what happens in most Sonic games. To be
It's
honest,
a Sonic game.
Yeah.
That-
Kinda
yeah,
like
There's
it.
your logic. It's a Sonic game.
It's kind of like Chipping Unleashed, isn't it? Anyway, we're back
It's weird how all of the levels so far happen to be Tails racing Sonic and beating Sonic.
yeah.
Well, again, that's probably Tails' recollection of him being better than Sonic.
That's what it actually is. I thought we actually beat him.
Yeah, you do. Tails beats him on all these levels, but the whole race thing that could be interpreted as like Tails seeing more of him having a laugh with his mate, whereas Sonic's seeing it as like being heroic and saving the world and all that.
Yeah.
Which is quite an interesting take.
I can't even remember playing this. I've only played this game like not much, and I can't remember doing snowboarding with Tails at all.
This is one of them things that whenever I hear this theme now, I mentally just hear the hey Tails and all that malarkey. Just because I've played this level in particular so many times when I was younger. And I'm still sucking at it here. But
It makes me curious whether Tails gets motion sickness from travelling at this speed.
I don't know. And I missed a jump. Damn it. Like, if you think about it, the Tails levels, although they're fun to play on that, from a point of view of the game, they are a bit redundant, really, given that you've done all of this as Sonic.
Where did those?
Yeah, but they are fun.
They are fun, which is why I haven't got a problem with them. But,
Where did those jets come from that started bombing you?
it's a video game.
But yeah.
Anyway, am I going to make this jump? Probably not. No. This is like probably my worst ever run of this level. And I will blame the recording curse for that. Yeah, it's totally not me just failing.
Yeah.
Right, I'll win anyway, but if you ever lose to Sonic in one of these races, you're doing something totally wrong. It's so easy to win. Yeah. The winner is you, Tails. Yeah. Got another emblem.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, where are we going to go to now?
I can't even remember.
I believe we've got a plot element coming up. Because we've got to go down the impossible thing. It's me flipping through the wall. Yeah.
I remember now.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. I think this is the part where we're dealing with a certain knucklehead. Yeah. And here we go.
Hey Knuckles, what's up?
And yeah, here again it's Tails like approaching Knuckles.
Oh yeah.
Don't mess with me now.
And, like, where is Sonic in all this?
It's just like, all happening in Tails' mind. Or something.
Like that's from
Knuckles.
This is a part where I think Tails is bullshitting, because the only reason why Knuckles approached him, from what we can see in Knuckles' playthrough, is because he thought Sonic had the Master Emerald.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think Tails is kind of making this up as he goes along. But, yeah.
Quick fight there.
Yeah.
Suddenly I was just thinking that maybe Sonic was in the background with his phone out recording it.
No, you can't fight foxes. Anyway, Tails only won because fighting's weak to flying.
God, Pokemon logic
I'm gonna-
applied here.
You know I'm going to make Pokemon references whenever I can. Yeah. Oh, Sonic's there.
Yep.
He just turned up out of nowhere.
Did you ever notice like how easy like all the main characters in Sonic are in getting these games?
Yeah.
Like to beat, I don't know any of them. It's just easy.
Yeah, like Knuckles here is probably even easier than he was in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I mean, come on.
Trick? No one makes a fool out of me.
I think they just have. Knuckles, you're an idiot. Okay? Yeah. And this, I think this cutscene for the most part is the same after this. Yeah. And his head looks like a really funny shape there. Chaos 2.
It's like an early Silver. You see 2 more bits coming out.
Yeah. Maybe that was like Silver is the spiritual successor of Chaos, so he's just after Sonic Team got high. And now he's got a really weird looking wang for some reason.
That's it. Chaos smoked a weed leaf. And that's how he came to be Silver.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Right, someone, if you want to try and write us a fan fiction to explain the bridge there, go for it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not too keen on this boss, I'm not gonna lie. It's one of them bosses that seems to go on a bit
Yeah,
longer
you
than
just-
it needs to.
Waiting about, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
Plus, really, what's the point in the lily pads?
Yeah, there is no point. You stand on the water.
I mean, you pretty much jump from it.
You do die if you stand on the water for
Yeah.
too long, but you can fly. There's no reason to fall through the water.
I swear, like
Really, it's not actually water, it's jelly,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I don't know, jelly's still a bit kind of
It's
loose.
custard then. It's
Yeah.
see-through custard.
I don't know.
If you keep moving, you don't sink.
Judging by the colour of it, I'd say that it's just got really thick algae under there that holds you up.
I was so confused in like what is the Xbox version? Like,
It's,
well, whatever the Xbox
Yeah,
version,
yeah.
right? In this, they've changed the colour of the whatever the jelly
yeah.
to like see through, and it, like I was like, what am I doing? Am I floating? Or
Yeah.
there's lily pads here. It's so weird. This is a lot better.
To be fair, I think the only reason why this one looks so jelly-like is because the water texture. Although the Dreamcast was pretty good at water, it wasn't as great as newer games are.
Mm.
Because water, like rendering water, is actually quite difficult because you've got to keep the
Yeah.
movement going.
Mm.
Whereas this was kind of like just a solid colour.